是 Summer， 今天我要继续玩这个 Time At Sandrock， 所以我们赶快开始。
Howdy there! Rise and shine! Ready for your surprise? I just wanted to say, even though we didn't find much poking around Logan's old homestead, well, you believed when almost no one else did. So, thanks, partner. But kind words ain't worth gills on a cat, so I did you one better and brought you this here baby Yakmel. His name is Doodles. But I reckon you could name him something else if you wanted, 'cause he ain't quite learned it yet. With Doodles, you could get started with your very own ranch. Hear that, Doodles? You found a new and loving home. Hooray! Yeehaw! Oh, but shucks. You ain't got a barn, do ya? You can't take care of any animals if you don't have a barn. Maybe you'd like for me to explain a thing or two about raising animals?
Okay.
If you want to raise small animals, you gotta come over to my ranch shop and choose what you like, either a calf or a chicken. Once you done bought it, it'll be delivered right away.
Okay.
But wait, you ain't built a barn yet? You know, different animals need all sorts of different places to live. Rabbits like a hutch, Yakmel need a barn. You gotta have the right home for him if you want him to live with you. Just go see Haiti and get her to fix you up. You know, it was her construction junction that helped us build our stables. Oh, and when you get your little animals running about at home, remember to feed them their favorite food and play with them. If they're in a good mood, they'll grow up so quick and healthy.
Okay.
Well, I reckon that about sums it up. I better be getting gone. I'm sure you and Doodles are gonna be right as rain, and I just know you're gonna take real good care of him. Or else. So long, partner. Thanks for all your help.
OK， 谢谢你送我一只牛。这我要什么 ？Iron Plate。Steel bar。Still flavor. 这边有2个。OK。这样应该可以了，来得及吧？那就谁？哦，这个有空要去找他了。
Hey, tell that to Duvo.
I used to have a problem with drinking too much Yakmel milk. Luckily, Owen helped straighten me out. Now I'm down to just a glass before bed. Catch you later.
一天也是很那个啊。哦。
New test subject. Subject.
Thanks.
拜拜。跟什么？这里呢？好不容易。OK， 我刚好有个小整法。要不要？
Well, if it isn't my favorite builder, No sooner was I just thinking of you, and here you are before me. I've had the most enlightening idea, and I need your help. 10 picture frames, post haste. What are they for? Well, it's not that I don't trust you, but when it comes to good sales ideas, the fewer people who know, the better, you know? Don't worry, I'll fill you in later. That's why you're the best! Always so reliable. These picture frames, do you think you can make them within 3 days? Such opportunities can be fleeting, no? Thanks. See you soon.
拜。你要这样的话很恐怖诶。3天。
If I had to say there was something missing in my life, I'd say it was you. Not buying anything out of our latest shipment. Lots of good stuff at great
是
prices.
话说，
The only way to lose is to not buy.
就是不白的，
Be seeing ya.
气死了，这为什么？这边有东西，这边为什么？
Yo, Grace, are you poking around the breach again?
Just going for a walk. Don't tell me that's against the law now.
No, only walking that's against the law is jaywalking. But, hey, point is, don't even think about going in there. We can't let Sivs through without the proper training. I hate to be dramatic, but what's worth more to you? Your papers or your life?
I know that's meant to be rhetorical, but probably my dissertation. When is the breach going to be reopened to the public? I would like to look for more relics at some point.
It'll open when it's open, which is to say, when it's been reclassified as an abandoned ruins. And don't even think about trying to sneak in there. I wouldn't want to, but I do have the right to detain you if you're proven to be a danger to yourself.
What's the basis for all these wild accusations? I walk down this way all the time. This imagined notion of me even thinking of sneaking into the breach is just that. Something you've just made up in your head. I also have to notice that the breach has been this way for quite some time. Normally, I would have expected you, core type, to have this handled already. Sir, if I may ask, is the stress getting to you?
Hey, come on, give us a break. We've been up to our eyeballs in Geegless. Plus, there's Logan. Yeah, it is getting to be a little rough out here, as a matter of fact. Glad somebody noticed.
Aw, poor Justice. Why don't you just take a day off? What you need is some rest. Then you'll have your edge back. I mean, at the very least. Surely you don't need to literally stand here in front of the breach. We all know not to go in.
Yeah, maybe I could just head
他
back
在
to
催
the
眠
office.
他吗？
Pour a big old glass of yak milk, kick up my heels, and hey, wait a sec. Dang, how come every time I talk to you, I end up with a headache?
狸猫，
Look, Grace, I'm not kidding around.
可爱
I
看
take the safety of everybody in this town seriously. If something happened to you down there, I'd never forgive myself. Talk to me again when your fighting chops are up to snuff. Like, say, builders here.
Right. How about this then? If I were to commission the builder to enter the ruins on my behalf, you'd have no objections to that, would you, Sheriff?
Oh, well, no. I guess that'd all be pretty by the book in my book. I reckon it's on the two of you to work something out. I gotta keep patrolling, but I'm gonna have my eye on you. Maybe just adjust your stroll path to be a little less hair-raising, all right? Y'all are gonna be the death of me.
Well, you heard the man. Looks like I don't need to sneak into the breach if I can recruit your help. The things I need are relatively simple. But I think I'd feel better if someone with an eye more discerning than that of a soldier's went in to look. So? Great. A bit of context. I'm an archaeology student in Atara, saving up to finish my degree. When I have time, I try to do field work that I hope will be beneficial for when I go back. You've been to the breach, right? Did you manage to pick up on what that place used to be? You know, back in the old world?
office。
Ah, yes. That soul-crushing monotony that saps your life energy to the point where you can't break out of doing exactly the same thing every single day for years while you make money for someone else. Can you believe people used to do that? When it was open, the breach was a great place to look for archaeological finds and, right, you know the story. One of my main focuses is old-world audiovisual media. From salvaged memos and effects, I've discovered a concept discussed among old-world drones known as huke. I've surmised this term to mean listening to music at work. So next time you're in the breach, just be on the lookout for old-world music-related media. Anything that seems vaguely relevant. Discs, posters. Also, I need some small chips from down there too. For reasons... Thanks again for agreeing to do this. I guess with you in the picture, everyone's lives are being made a little easier. Come find me when you've got some old world music stuff. And don't forget those small chips either, please.
OK，有时间的吗？这个 frame 那个没有。哎嗨。需要4个。Yup， nice and shiny。给我看一下哈。哇，在梦那边呢，是吧？
Hi there, friend. I couldn't help but notice you're doing something illegal. We are not allowed to cut down trees near the town.
Okay.
Oh, cutting down trees around town can have some seriously negative effects on our environment. Seeing as this is your first offense, I'll let it slide. But if I catch you out here chopping down public trees again, well, I'll have no choice but to fine you to the full extent Sandrock nuisance tree law allows for. Worse than that, though. Why, if I saw you chopping down trees, I don't know if I would want to be your friend anymore. I'm sure a lot of people around town would feel the same way. But don't you worry. You can find wood scrap out in the desert, buy imported wood from me, even plant your own trees on your own property. See, plenty of ways. So you really have no need to chop these trees down. That's all, builder. Conserve water, and don't chop down these trees.
Okay, rien. Bang.
New test subject.
Oh, Debbie.
Thank you.
Ja, chop, chop แล้ว โอเค โอเค What?哇，这里好多 fiber match。就这。如果跑掉。哦。这好多 fiber match。这边。 笑死！这样拿那个的吗？我要去气的那边，是我在这里。OK。看，这我骑过。OK， 我去找气。再跟我去 Catherine 那边看一下。我不知道有没有可以创造出来的那个 relic。有。OK， relic 有。那是这个吗？不是。OK。中心难道是？对，中心啊。然后我要去找我的人屁股，自己找他。
Hey, we got started without you. Hope you don't mind. So, yeah, like I was saying, I've tried everything. Drilling, heat, dropping it off the crane lift.
Yes. I don't suppose you have a steel ball on you, do you?
Oh, sure, but... What the... we...
Here's your bar back.
Thank you, Director. Whoa, look at all this old stuff. And there's a letter. I hope you're reading this under the light of the sun again and not still from the darkness. It's been 60 years since that event, which some people are starting to call the Day of Calamity. I hope this capsule can travel through time and show that whatever happened, there was some warmth in these dark times.
Wow.
Wishing you luck and a bright sun, Hicks. By Peach! It's a time capsule from the Age of Darkness! From right around the time of the first Builder Victor! What are the odds of us finding this? Wow, and everything here is preserved perfectly! What do you want to look at?
Edit.
Unfortunate. Based on the approximate age of the box, I was hoping we'd find something undiscovered. These are all objects of interest, but I'm afraid none are particularly unique.
This letter has a bunch of stuff about gangs and hurting people. Director, was the Age of Darkness really that bad?
Ah, I hadn't realized you had failed your history classes. How surprising. Allow me to enlighten you. Yes. In fact, this letter is rather tame in its descriptions. In the first 50 years after the Day of Calamity, the surviving population were lucky to locate even one proper meal per day, resulting in desperate panic and constant tribe-like warfare over resources. In combination with the poor nutrition, poor hygiene, and lack of sunlight, which led to various physical ailments and illnesses, the result was the lowest average life expectancy in human history. All in all, the era is quite suboptimal for research, and I, for one, am rather glad to exist currently.
Gosh, that sounds so horrible! But at the same time, it really is amazing there were people back then like Hicks here who never lost hope. Can you imagine? If it wasn't for heroes like Hicks and Peach, we might still be underground and worrying about where our next meal might come from.
Social history is not exactly an interest of mine, I suggest if you have more questions, you do your own research or someone who cares.
Sure, Director. Thanks for all your help. Wow, what a find! I knew a bit about the Age of Darkness, but this is my first time getting such a hands-on experience with history. We need to try hard to carry on the legacy of these people from the past. That gives me an idea. Say, why don't we make our own time capsule? It could be our chance to contribute our knowledge and experiences to the people of the future. Director, could you draw us out a...
No.
Fine. I mean, it's just a box. How hard could it be to come up with a design? Why don't you let me figure out what it's made of, and I'll send you a diagram as soon as possible. I knew you'd be into it. While you're working on it, I'll gather up some historical stuff we can put in there. Maybe we can provide the people of the future with something more substantial than our old pal Hicks. Anyway, once you're done, bring the box to me. Then we'll go bury it. Oh, and let's each also bring one personal item that we want to send to the future. Make sure it's something that doesn't expire. Okay, it's a plan. Catch up with you soon.
I trust your director delivered my diagrams as promised.
Yep.
I believe you will find this water tower, once constructed, to be quite unexplodable.
Wow.哇，他们可以闻这么久吗？走了。做了一个，我的 field，按错，笑死。还要做几个啊？先做一个木的那个好了。把其中一个先丢出来好了。 有。是不是我摄影？做7个。OK，我还需要2个。
才会开嘴巴，天啊！
上期没料。对。谁啊？这什么啊？OK，这左右的这个是 Silver Glue 的。这啥？有event了应该。没有。先去给 Alvaro 上款先，然后再去做任务。
You finished! Amazing! Why do I need all these frames, you ask? Well, lately one of my photos, the Desert Rose, has been flying off the shelves and... No! Well, yes, in a sense. You see, I come up with the term Desert Rose, and I made it the title for one of the photos I'm selling. Desert Rose, of course, refers to... Yeah, uh-huh. What exactly do you mean by that? No, don't be silly. Obviously, I've started calling the city of Sandrock the Desert Rose. I'm trying to get the term to catch on. You know, good branding like that could get more tourists out here. Anyway, 10 frames are almost certainly not enough. I have a feeling I'll have to reorder a batch from you once these are sold out. After that, I'll give you a share of the profits. Keep in touch.
250块。你猫，送你吃的，好吧？What this one? Yep. I'm going.看到你。
stinky.
Only temporary.
3。
New test subject. Subject.
Thanks.
放背给他。让我放屁啊！我的天！现在把那个臭味给。
Try some sand tea, a specialty in Sandrock, and a great choice to bring back.
他跟你讲那个粉红色的那个石头。对啊 ，Common Sky Store， 过来去可是没有，应该是还不到那个等级吧。车剩下，哦，还有火车，看看跟我去哪里。Okay, I get it. Here. Ah! 我真是，哇哦！所以说是哪里才没有啊？ 最好。哟。你走哪？因为我必须要拿金啊，穷嘛，不是因为我虐待动物 ，OK？ What? Don't treat me like this. 我去看一下那个。哦，他送我了，还自己来看。让我看一下我的东西有没有什么吃的。包里有吃的吗？挺远的，其实我有空我再去探索一下。噔噔噔，哇哦！月亮出来了。14。 昨天这么早，晚才睡。是我是没看到的。看一下我的日历哈。哦，明天。这不就是 Common Sky 吗 ？Store。我刚才都是3颗星，其实。看，所以这东西在哪？为什么没有看到的呢？好奇怪。是不是你看没有啊？是因为我还不够等级吗？一脸问号哦！天哪！我搜一下哈。这是要做 Time At 才有的，切，我以为是我的问题耶。我看一下啊，现在这一个2个是什么 ？OK。还有一个。 的屁股，多可爱！啊，Hello。30级了。 不会爆哎、要我去引爆吗？就是要我去引爆它，打一下，对。然后去那边看一看。去看看世界的尽头在哪。哇哦！为什么？看一下，看一下，我只是来看一看。跳吗？应该是可以的。OK。哇，好大个的！好，从这里跳上来，跳跳跳！哇哦！哦。诶，箱子在哪？上面吗？哇，多壮观啊！天啊！箱子是不是在那边？那怎么上去呢？这边有一条那个钢线哎，哇哇！上去吗？哦哦！吓死！看一下地图，船在这里，是不是要我自己这样走过去，它就会那个啊？ 会更新它的地图。你几级啊？你给我看一下。哦。哦，打他有 Steel Bar 的，那我当初这么辛苦做干什么？那个不行，不行。哦。干嘛？Yes。斯科登是在哪里打做的嘞？在哪？哎哎。6个，够了哎。可以了。哦，它是拿的耶？要怎样拿？这是一个问题啊。给喽。Jasmine。哦，有了个活动。对对。 History 怎么了？两个 ，OK， 做这个，接下来做这个 step bar 就可以了。OK。怎么了？
You know, I was flipping through my old copy of Sights and Sounds of the Old World, and I saw this thing called bumper cars. Basically the same thing as our festival, but with little electric carts instead of Yakmel. Guess history kind of repeats itself, huh?
Yeah.
So long, partner.
怎么了，大哥？
嗯。Yeah.
干嘛？Oregano， 90年了，哎，没有，这是 sunrise。Oregano， 好点哟。여기서 없어. 오. 오케이. 想要跟你交任务吗？
Welcome, one and all, to the world-famous Sandrock's own running of the Yakmals. A shout out to City Hall for inviting me here today. Now, I'll bet some of you are wondering,
What?
why the heck do we all get together every year to try to bump Yakmals into each other anyhow? It is with great esteem that I shall now honor an age-old tradition and regale y'all with the tale that started it all, the Shonash Clash. Many years ago, the great-grandparents of our very own ranch couple, Cooper and Mabel, were traveling yak-back through the Eufaula, delivering various supplies up and down to the earliest settlers, long before the railways were ever built. Back then, the only road was through a narrow part of the North Shonash Canyon. And one day, these two yak boys were passing through from both ends at the same time. They ran into each other halfway through, their carts in tow, each blocking the other's path. One called out, "You back out so I can get through!" And the other replied, "No, you back out so I can get through. I'm more than halfway through the pass. You back out." "No, you ain't. That's 1/3 and a quarter at best. You back out." This back and forth went on for hours, and pretty soon other travelers showed up and were understandably peeved at the situation. Funny thing about it all is this narrowest part of the pass was no more than 30 meters long. They could have all been out there in a couple of minutes. But no, both of those fellas were too stubborn to back down. Soon enough, push came to shove. Literally. Other folks on Yakback started bumping into our two antagonists, front and back, till it was just bumper yak bedlam. In the craziness of it all, carts were knocked over, packs were cut open, food and other supplies were getting tossed all out on the ground. Before too long, everyone came to their senses. One person started to laugh, then another, and pretty soon they were all tumbling off their mounts, howling over the absurdity of it all. Here, I'm afraid, is where it gets dark. When they all looked around, they noticed that the two fellas who started this whole debacle were both dead as doornails, both of them with their hands wrung out around each other's neck. In all the chaos, it seemed those two boys really never had let their bad blood quit boiling. The rest of them folks, they all picked up their supplies. It had gotten late. They camped out there at the pass and cooked up all the food that had fallen off the mule yaks and carts and such, conversing all about what had happened. Word spread and, well, here we are, all these years later, still commemorating the event. So all y'all, I invite you to partake in the festivities. Hop on a yak mill, bump into your best friend, and try not to take it too personal if you get bumped yourself. With all that being said, I hereby declare the Sandrock Annual Running of the Yak Mill Festival begun!
Okay, Cooper.
I don't know, man. Of course we gotta respect our ancestors. But I don't think you should be proud of your grandpappy and your wife's grandpappy mutually ending one another over a traffic incident.
Hogwash. My grandpappy is a stark example of what true gumption looks like. In the face of adversity, he never gave up, a true rancher to the end.
Huh?
Like heck he was. Cooper, I'm sick of sounding like a broken record every time this here festival rolls around. Disavow the sins of your ancestors right now, else I ain't cooking supper.
Well, sweetie pie, darling, dumpling, I suppose, from a certain perspective, one might make that argument.
Don't you try to middle ground me. Disavow.
But...
No buts.
All right. Killing and dying over traffic altercation was objectively imbecilic.
That's better.
Y'all are something else.
不是我要交差。哦，瑞关了。哎，大哥，安对我。5号。Before the race starts, by the Bob. OK， 我是5号。OK, right, correct. OK. Make sure you can add for a shaped better than little. OK. 5号。Where is the 5？ 5这边。我在去这了，等一下 ，wait， OK， OK， 跟进去了吗？明恩在那边，我那个谁的，在那边走得这样快。看到吗？在对面那边的。哦，是库珀的老婆。走到这样快，只为了要走去那边。开始了，开始了。我不跟你们撞 ，OK？ 喂。在边缘这边拿那材料是最好的啦，说真的。哇！不要撞我！哪里？喂！有奶嘞！那边！喂，你们要这样吗？哦，喂，为什么要这样？所以我拿第7名。OK。啊。 第7名哎！哇哦，哇在哪？我不要了。Why？ 他说我跟你结婚。351。这挺好看的呀。That's it。刚才那个是模型吧？不是真的那个雅喵吧？大叔嘞？哦 ，here。大叔，뭐요？问题是他不能啊，别。Cooper。跑去那里边吗？要这样可怕的吗？真的耶，你会瞬移哦。
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. See ya.
怎么了？
Howdy.
先装水。
You builders did a mighty fine job once again. Just in time, too. I believe our next shipment of water is scheduled to arrive tomorrow. Our town owes you two our gratitude. Commissioner, you really ought to handsomely reward these builders for their efforts.
Right. I'll add that to the tab as well. Well, bang up job on the water tower, I must say. You know, it's funny. When you and Mian got here, I bet old Mason the two of you wouldn't last a week. Luckily, he's so far off by now, I doubt I'll ever have to make good on that bet. Now, where was I? Ah, that's right. You did such a good job of following orders that I've decided on behalf of the Commerce Guild that you deserved a bonus for all your hard work. Here's the amount promised by the city and 50 goals on top. Haha, that's right. All for you. Don't spend it all in one place. Bye-bye now. Mm-hmm.
射他！哎呀，这边有一个什么？
Come one, come on, perusing the views of Sandrock. Does the beauty of the desert flower make you weak at the knees? Don't worry, take home a photograph, show your friends and relatives the wonders that is the desert rose.
Yeah, let me get a, one of those desert rose ones?
Certainly, sir. And while you're at it, why not take one of these as well?
No, just that one will do. In fact, let me get 5 of them.
Me too, me too. I saw them first. They're mine, I tell ya.
Aha! There's no need to rush, everyone. So, what do you think, our beautiful desert rose? It deserves its reputation, no?
She most certainly does.
Huh? She? I don't think a photograph has a gender, sir.
Cut the malarkey, shopkeep. A dozen desert roses. Chop, chop.
Right away, sir. The strangest thing is happening. Everyone is just obsessed with this photo in particular. What could it be? I don't get it. I just wish I knew more about photography. Well, in any case, time to buy a photo? Hey, sis. Wanna buy a photo?
Avio! What are you doing? What is the meaning of this? You're selling pictures of me?
Huh? No! Oh, this one. Well, yes, you're in it, but no! I was just telling the builder here, there's something about the composition of this photo that really resonates with people. It's just a happy coincidence you're featured in it. Hey, you're gonna be famous.
There's nothing happy about this, nor is it any semblance of coincidence. Tourists have been pestering me constantly, asking me to sign this photo, calling me the Desert Rose. Explain that, Avio!
Ah, the title of the photo is Desert Rose. That's my new name for Sandrock. They call you. Oh no. Con, you creepy tourist!
Don't play dumb with me. You honestly expect me to believe you had no idea? It's been days.
Next time you're thinking of doing something
Even so, this was an extremely careless venture.
You are kind to say so, but my sister is right. I've been a fool.
Avio, you would do well to develop some foresight whenever concocting these schemes of yours. This is doubly true whenever your plans involve an unwitting accomplice. If you're ever not sure, Light, just ask me. I will be returning to my shop. My only hope is that my path is not blocked by the rabid tourists that you have wrought, brother. Goodbye.
Wow, she's really mad. Even more so than that time I ruined her kiln trying to make a pizza in it. An art stand. The thought of those greasy tourists smudging up those photos in their slimy grip, gawking over my poor sister. I can't take it! I've got to get those pictures back! Really? You'll help with this too? You really have a big heart. Alright, let's split up. These guys couldn't have gone far. Just be on the lookout for anyone creepy looking. Or anyone you just saw buying a photo. Do whatever it takes to get those photos back. Without breaking the law, I suppose.
than doing the right thing.
You want my desert rose photo? You're gonna have to fight me for it. I'm just kidding. Here you go. Have a nice day.
他想要打架，我先拿活着这个。
Hey, I overheard your conversation with the shopkeeper guy and the Desert Rose. I was hoping you wouldn't notice me, but now that you're directly confronting me, I can't say no. Here you go.
是不是要打架？拿好。
You want my Desert Rose photo? Hey, you're in luck. I was looking for a way to do a good deed today. Here you go. Now I'm off to Atara to commit more tax fraud.
Huh?
Nay. I can't be giving you my Desert Rose photo. 'Tis mine. And I planned for it to comfort me on those lonely nights out at sea. However, were I to hear one good reason why I shouldn't keep it, I might reconsider. I might. Walrus this beard! At last, these photos are being distributed without her knowing? Why, I... Take this photo from my hands, young desert dweller. I shan't be needing it no more. Mark these old sea dogs' words. Any such copy of that there photograph out there, I'll be making sure they finds their way to the bottom of the briny deep. And you can tell that silver-tongued salesman I'll be waiting for him in Davy Jones' locker.
Davy Jones' locker 真的。那个嘞？哦 ，sorry。哇，需要这样远吗？那位？ 你有必要吗？你等着，买早啊，兄弟啊！
Huh? Desert Rose? Photo? Nah, never heard of it. Shove off. Double? Dang, you're a grade A simp for this girl, huh? Well, I won't say no to cold hard cash. But you better be careful. Don't spend all your hard-earned cash on a girl who doesn't even know who you are, partner.
不能打你，好吧？我也想打你的，其实。但是我是一个遵守条规的人。看一下那个。哦，不能进去啊。Yes。 那个 store 吧，去那个 store。然后买这11%，你要不要去抢？哥哥，你要不要去抢？啊不要啊不要！在哪？ 会不会进去了吧？一进去我就进不来了。有。
Oh. Hello there. I've heard all about you. So glad to finally meet you face to face. I'm Trudy, the mayor of Sandrock. Anyway, I just wanted to come by and introduce myself, since I just got back in town. We don't get a lot of new folks, so I'm mighty glad you're here. I'd also like to extend an invitation to the next fireside on Sunday. We've got a lot to talk about. No doubt you've heard about what Logan's done. You seem to be adjusting quite well to Sandrock, and we're happy to have you. See you around.
嗨，我要找他。一天亲亲，我不能亲他吗？哇！吓到我以为那个火车来了。哎呀！啊！哇哦，给，他来了。切。我的朋友要来了。就这几个4个先，然后再放水。我的朋友要来了。我也想找。冬天来了。在哪？哎。
You got all the photos? Wow, that was quick! How'd you do it? Goodness, well done! You must really have a way with words. I found it quite difficult to get anyone to part with their photos. Phew. It's finally over. But now, what am I to do with all these photos? Of course! Think of it as a memento for all we went through with this. I'll get rid of the rest. I believe I can count on you to enjoy this photo the way it was meant to be enjoyed. As landscape photography. Thank you again for all your support through this difficult time. Hopefully, my next business opportunity will have less disastrous results. Catch you around! Hey, are you working? Goodness, I want whatever it is you're putting in your coffee. You're just like my sister, always putting in hours like an Ataran banker. Speaking of my dear sister, I was planning on taking her out on a picnic soon, to help her relax a bit. As I said, she's really been burning the candle at both ends lately. Why don't you join us? Great! It's like we say in Bonnerock. A bicycle can always use a third wheel. Now, before we arrange a time, certain preparations must first be made. My sister is quite easily annoyed. Trust me. Which means we'll have to be careful to make this practically perfect in every way. For a proper picnic, of course, a basket of the picnic variety must be provided. Furthermore, said picnic basket must have picnic refreshments within. However, for now, I have none of these. What to do? Whatever shall I do? Wonderful! I'd imagine with those amazing crafting skills of yours, you'll be able to make us a basket the envy of picnickers across the land. Meanwhile, I can head over to the Blue Moon and get us a good deal on the delectables. Owen owes me a couple of favors. Here you are, one recipe for a picnic basket. See? I did think this through somewhat. Once you're done, let's just go meet at the ceramic gate and pick Amira up. Oh, and let's try to get out in the next couple of days. I'm worried the Samswords might be picking up again. See you soon. Hey!
喂，你这么多东西的吗？
Yeah. Ah. Uh-huh. Oh, man. Huh? Mm-hmm.
Conserve water and protect trees.
哇，要做好久啊！这正常7分钟哎。说他会来嘛？结果还没到吗？
Amira, my dear, dear sister. Come now, you said...
I know what I said, Arvio. This order has an exorbitant fee attached to it, and must be completed immediately. I'm surprised I have to explain there are things more important than picnicking.
You've been working past sundown like this for days now. When does it end? Look who's here. We prepared everything for this picnic together. Come out and take a break. You'll thank yourself. And me later.
Good. You prepared it together. You can go together. You won't be needing me. Now, if you please, I must return to my work.
Won't be we did this for you, not for ourselves. I invited the builder because I knew they'd make this event that much more special. I know you're older than me, but I'm your brother. It can't always be you taking care of me, you know?
I'm aware, Arvio. It is not my intention to question that. I'm sure you'll get a chance to take care of me. Soon. Just not today. So, if you please...
Tell us about the order. What more do you have to do?
It's for Pablo's friend in Atara. He's working on a display for a flower festival, and wants his booth to stand out. The main pieces are finished. Now I just have about 10 or so more standard urns for the more common plants.
10 standard urns? They want to custom make and ship standard urns all the way to Atara?
My craftsmanship is esteemed.
My sister, know that my love for you is great and my respect for your talents is never ending. But an urn is an urn. This is a matter of quantity over quality. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
You really mustn't bother yourselves with this.
I'm afraid we really must. It's as they say back home. 3 heads are more than none. If you and I help out, we can finish this task in no time. And our lovely Rose here won't be forced to wither away. And instead, join us in the coruscating sunshine. What do you say? All right, our hands are your hands, Anne. So come on, let us help.
Mm-hmm. It seems there's no stopping you two. All right. I believe it is as you say. With more hands, I can get ahead on this order. And as such, I might be willing to take the day off tomorrow.
Woohoo!
However, you must follow my instructions carefully. Simple or not, everything that comes from my shop has my name on it. Despite your good intentions, I won't have my reputation dragged through the mud. Understood?
Dear sister, the only thing getting dragged through the mud today is... clay!
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that makes how many? 10? 12? Ow, I'm really sore up here.
We should let them dry for now. I must say, I'm impressed. You took to the wheel like an old hand.
Hey, hey, don't forget about me. My hand is old too.
Of course. Thank you too, Arvio. This was your idea in the first place, wasn't it? Now, I suppose I must be true to my word.
Aha!
And ask of you, is everything set for the picnic tomorrow?
Of course, of course. Would you look at this fabulous basket the builder brought? I've made the order at the Blue Moon. I'll just pick everything up on my way over tomorrow morning. Shall we say, around 9 a.m.?
That sounds delightful. I look forward to seeing you too.
Don't be late. See you.
Minister, I beg of you to reconsider.
I've told you, Miguel, the people won't stomach another water tax hike. They're stretched thin as it is. I doubt half these folks could even afford it.
Every penny, Minister. You know this.
What I know is this. Now is a time of tribulation for our people. We need not burden them any further.
But this project will add cost.
It inspires hope. We can afford it.
We're spending our goals on frivolities, meaningless eyesores.
We're spending our goals on our people. We're giving someone a chance to make a day's earnings and an opportunity to make a difference in this town. That, to me, is priceless. Well now, always in the right place at the right time, aren't we, Builder? That's good. I think Miguel may require a bit of assistance. I must be going, but be a dear and help him, won't you?
Yes. Help. That's right, Builder. A moment of your time, please. According to some, the church needs a new mural in the temple. The church would be highly appreciative if you could work with our town's artists to manifest these vague requests. The minister thinks that certain effigies of our faith are uninviting. Will you assist us? She gave rather limited notes on the specifics. Nevertheless, I would expect Pablo or Amira should be able to produce a painting of sufficient quality. If we're conscious of budget, perhaps even Jasmine could be recruited to our cause. The church has allocated 1,000 goals for the project. Here you are. What remains afterwards will be your commission for the frame. Return to me when you have the items in question. Be swift, Builder. Hey! How you been? Not getting tired of the builder life, I hope? All that diving and adventuring, not for the faint of heart, is it? No, I'm not trying to butter you up. But, coincidentally, there is a little something I could use your help with. I heard from a friend in Atara that there are a lot of nasty rumors about Sandrock circulating in that city. Some of them are really out there. They say at night packs of roving monsters roam the deserts by the hundreds. They say us townfolk are a wild bunch, always at each other's throats. They say people out here are fighting each other for water. I mean, there's a grain of truth in some of that. But for the most part, isn't that just the most malarkey you've ever heard? So, you know me. I came up with a plan that in one fell swoop will not only dispel these nasty rumors, but will also bring in some more visitors. I'm talking landscape photography, baby! We can take some nice landscape photos around Sandrock to show people what really goes on around here. Then I'll send these photos to my friend and he'll get them published in the Atara Times. Once people see how nice it is here, I reckon all those rumors will have no ground to stand on and just fade away on their own. What do you think? Can you help me take some photos? Great! Here's a list of the spots I was thinking would look good in a newspaper. Come on back when you've taken the photos. I think I gotta clean some grease out from under the oven.
你们两个人都是100，收这个先。Photo of water work here. 把我的相机放出来先。Sure. 哎。你妈哦！哦，我其实已经那个。OK。是 General Store。我的头。Okay, train station from the end. 我头发好像是8个的那个是吗？是吧？OK。拍摄。
painting? For the church. Darling, I'm afraid I must respectfully decline. My art is suitable for museums, gallerias, and possibly poetry jam coffee shops if they're chic enough. I can hardly think of a place less hip than the church, I'm afraid. Perhaps the lovely Amira would be up to your task.
Okay. Amira 好像是刚才在那边。谢谢走。
Hey, these are some pretty ace shots. Are you sure you weren't a photographer before you picked up the building gig? And dang, only someone with a real Sandrock soul could take a shot like this. All right, well, that about does it. I'll send them off to my friend and I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully, this'll help spread the good word about this old place I call home. Thanks for all your help. Uh-huh. Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. All right, catch you next time.
Welcome. Is there something I can help you with? A mural for the temple. It's a wonderful idea. But a mural that size will take some time. And that's not something I have a lot of. Still, since you'll be putting aside your work to make the frame, perhaps I can do the same. It's a tough job though, and with things being tight lately, I'm afraid I can't offer a sizable discount. So it will be 1,000 goals for the mural. Would that work for your budget? Wonderful. I'll get started right away. I'll send it to you when I'm done.
字啊。我要手持的。 想追 Frank 啊，絕對不是玩弄下感情。OK， 絕對唔係啦。
Hello. Yep.
Aha! Meet the new box. Same as the old box, or just as sturdy at least. Well done. I'll bet this thing would last 1,000 years, you overachiever you. I've got my stuff. Are you ready to go bury the box? Just give me your personal item and I'll put it in.
Wow. 他讲给一个只属于自己的东西，给什么嘞？睫毛膏、面粉、鞋。给他一个热好了啦。
Good choice. Maybe people in the future will write about this stuff in their history books. You ready to go? Let me know and we'll head out.
不要跑啊！真的气死！可以一次过走到完吗？拜拜！买早了的。喂。OK。
You ready? All right, let's go.
为了抓一个塔。
All right, this is the spot. I put our stuff inside. Mine included a few builder materials following in Hicks tradition. I also included some historical records, as well as some of the best literature we New World people have produced, including a copy of my favorite episode of Doyle Arthur. For my personal item, well, I thought it'd be good to take a picture of us together. I mean, because, well, it didn't seem fair not knowing what Hicks looked like. They should know what the two builders of Sandrock looked like. Otherwise, our story doesn't mean as much, don't you think? Here, we can use my camera. at us! We look like pros. Oh, I guess we should write a letter too, huh? That was the most interesting part of Hicks's box. What should we write about? Good call. It's hard to believe that even after the end of the world, we still have some people who want to fight. What will it take for them to learn that fighting isn't the answer?
Oh.
Gosh, if there are still wars 100 years from now, they're going to need a wake-up call from us. I'll write about that. Okay, everything's ready. Let's give our time capsule a proper send-off. Well, that's that. I can only imagine one day there'll be other people opening up our time capsule, reading our letter, and being transported back to our time. How totally cool. I guess this is my way of telling to the world that I was here, that I existed, and I'm doing my best. Whew. Also, I put a latch on our box to make it way easier to open. Thanks again. It's so nice to have someone who shares my interests here in town. I'll let you know if I dig up anything else cool.
哇！但是你带我来这个鸟不拉屎的地方啊喂。OK。那我看一下啊，那一个东西 ，sculptors， 它是用抓的吗？有时这游戏它的地图大到你需要，还有它的那些东西，你需要自己去找，是怎样找出来的？要去哪？你弗拉基色。哦，我知道，它就好像是一个模型这样，之前好像有拿过，在那个骨头那边。这边睡觉行，我今天就先玩到这啦，我们下次再见喽，拜拜。